Hi students, today as a part of the English creative writing discussion, I am going to take up with you a very interesting poem which is a part of your creative writing curriculum in your English reader book. The poem is entitled The Laughing Song and it is written by the poet William Blake. Now primarily, before going into further details, let me first tell you what is a nature poem. A nature poem is a poem that basically and fundamentally deals with the descriptions of nature and concerns itself and focuses itself upon the beauty, purity, serenity, and happiness that nature gives to us human beings. Nature poems are of the view that humanity and Mother Nature are intrinsically connected and we share a very ancient and a very strong bond with nature. So, William Blake has also written on those lines. And this poem, which is entitled The Laughing Song, is truly a delight to read. So with that, let us begin with the description. And I will go over the text and then get into the detailed descriptions. So I have the text right in front of me and I suggest that you have it too so that you can follow as I go over the poem and explain step by step. With that, let us begin with the description. The poem states, "When the green woods laugh with the voice of joy, and the dimpling stream runs laughing by, when the air does laugh with our merry wit, and the green hill laughs with the noise of it." So the first and the foremost thing that we notice about this particular poem is the happiness that is associated to each element of nature. Every part of nature is very happy, very joyous, and has a very beautiful smile upon its face and seems to be laughing as it goes by. So the very first element to be mentioned is the green woods. Woods are the jungle. So the green woods are laughing in the voice of joy. So the sounds of nature that you hear when you sit down there and you listen to the sounds of nature, it appears that nature has its own voice and is trying to talk to you through that voice. That is the voice of joy, of happiness. That is why the poet is talking about the voice of joy. Not just the green woods, but also there are other things that are exceptionally happy. One is the dimpling stream. So looking at the stream, it appears as if it has a smile on its face and it has dimples on its cheek. So dimples on its cheek, it's a very cute, sweet, and a very, very beautiful description. It has a dimpled smile on its face. It appears that the stream is very, very happy. The next image is that of the hill. The hill is also taking part in the happiness. It is also listening to the laugh of the stream as well as the laugh of the sunbeam. The new sunbeam of the rising sun, it appears that is also laughing. So everything is ringing with joy and the hill has also joined into it, hearing the voices of joy and the sounds of nature that are happy. This is the first stanza. And right from the very beginning, the poet has set the mood of happiness, of contentment and of joy and wants to say that every element of nature is very, very happy and is laughing and smiling, enjoying its connection with Mother Earth. Let us move on to the next stanza then. It states, "When the meadows laugh with lively green." So nature is at its best. Imagine it to be spring season when everything is flowering, it is blossoming, everything is lush, green, beautiful and bright. And it appears everything is happy. So the meadow is also the garden. the garden full of flowers and fruits. So the meadows are also green. Green, my dear students, let me tell you, is a symbol of happiness, growth, fertility, and everything that is positive. So the color that dominates here throughout the poem is green. So green is the symbol of happiness, constantly suggesting happiness. So the meadow is also lively green. The kind of words also: joy, voice of joy, happiness, dimpling smile, lively, all of this are indicative of happiness. Yes, so we talk about the meadows laughing, and there's also the green grasshopper, who is talking about, again, is talking about joy, laughs. And the grasshopper laughs in the merry scene. So it's a very beautiful merry scene. Scene of happiness. Scene is the visual image. So the visual image that is being created throughout this description is that of happiness, is that of smiling faces with dimples on their cheeks, and very, very bright green and lively. So not just the trees, the meadows and the hills along with the streams are happy, but there's also a grasshopper who is laughing at the merry scene. So all living creatures in nature are witnessing this happiness. And the humans have also not been left out in this celebration of happiness, because when the poem goes ahead, we see that there are 3 children who are present. Let us see. When Mary, Susan and Emily, these are the 3 girls who are present at the scene. So Mary, Susan and Emily, with their sweet round mouths, sing ha ha he. So even the humans, the children, the kids are also very, very happy, and they have joined in to this togetherness of happiness. And the kind of sounds, the poem is very rich in emotion, that is one. Very rich in image, that is, you can see very beautiful images coming into your mind. And thirdly, you can see that this poem is very, very rich in the sounds. From the very beginning, we have talked about the voice of joy. So everything can be heard, everything you can hear and feel. Your senses are alive. All the 5 senses are being addressed. So you can hear. So this entire scene, this merry scene that the poet is continuously emphasizing on, is the song of laughter. It appears it's a song of happiness. It is the song and celebration of joy, contentment and merriment. All of them is happiness. So in that case, their round mouths are there. They have their mouths open. So when do you have your mouths open? When do you have all your teeth showing? When you're smiling really well. When you're very, very happy and you really smile with your 1000-watt smile, that is the time when your mouth is round and open. And the kids that are there, are also, contributing to this song of laughter by their sounds of happiness, ha ha, he he. So again, this is a sound of happiness, the voice of joy that was being already talked about previously. So the emphasis throughout the poem has been on happiness, on the sounds of happiness, on the images of happiness, on the colors of happiness, and there is a complete and absolute celebration of the beauty of nature. With that, let us move to the last stanza of this particular poem, and it says, when the painted birds laugh in the shade, when our table with cherries and nuts is spread, come live and be merry, and join with me to sing the sweet chorus of ha ha he. So now, in the last stanza, the scene is that of the picnic. So these 3 children who are present right over here are having a picnic. and they have lots and lots of food, right in front of them. And they are having cherries and nuts, and there's food and happiness. And in the final closing section of this particular poem, he says that all the birds, even not just the real birds, but the images of birds that are there all around, the painted birds, the colorful birds, they are all also very, very happy. And finally, the poet, maintaining this mood, this high spirit, also ends up inviting the reader to join in the chorus. What is a chorus? A chorus is the sound or the music that is created by a group. So when you sing a song in a group, it is called a chorus. You all sing together, or when you all speak together in a group, that is a chorus. So in that regard, this chorus is a reference to all the elements of nature being in harmony, in being together. And finally, as the poet closes this very, very happy, positive poem, he also invites the reader to join in the picnic with the cherries and the nuts, and also join into the chorus, this merry chorus of the Song of Laughter. Well, this poem, after you read it, will give you a very, very positive vibe, and it is going to leave you with a very, very bright image of nature. As usual, this is a very, very primary introductory discussion on this poem, and I have also associated a planner to this. I hope you enjoy and you laugh as you go through that planner also, and you really enjoy reading the poem as much as I did, and understand the joy, the beauty of nature, and the permanent connection that humanity has with nature. So these children also, these three, Emily, Susan, and the other child who is there in the poem, they are all symbols of happiness, of innocence. They are children. So for children, the joy is always very, very pure, very clean and unadulterated. Very, very pure in that case. So it is going to give you pure pleasure and pure joy to actually go through this poem and enjoy the beauty that the poet creates for you. And also don't forget to do the planner that I have associated with this discussion. Thank you for listening, students. Have a great day ahead.